Yo, what do you do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, and I'm back with another new part of What If Izuku Had an Anti-Quirk Weapons. This is part 5. In the last part, I focused a lot on that of the entrance exam, with Izuku working on that of the written exam, and then preparing for that of the practical exam, as using his multiple weapons that he's basically now have a better understanding with, thanks to his training with Momo, his research, and researching other fighting styles. He was able to blitz through that at the entrance exam. However, through the exam, he begins to realize that the many reasons on why many people fail is because they treat the exam like it's nothing but a game. Just like how many pros treat being a hero like nothing but that of a celebrity contest, after all. With that, Izuku now finally needs to have something to actually fight for, besides wanting to be a hero to protect others, but wants to make a change. But during this exam, he was able to save Uraraka, stop the zero-pointer by basically weakening it down piece by piece with each and every one of its, selected slashes, and was even able to gain the respect of few, while some just saw him as nothing but a show-off or somebody that doesn't take, the entrance exam seriously, even though he has. But even so, Izuku doesn't care that much as he goes back home. However, he's being watched by a certain spiky Pomeranian. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As days go by, Izuku hasn't gotten his, entrance letter just yet, with wondering if he's got enough points to get by, as he's aware on how many points he gotten, which should be enough to get him into the hero course. But if not, he did make a application for that of the general course as well, by doing that of the written exam, which mattered the most to him. But even so, he's hoping that all the hard work that he put himself through, and not just him but also Momo as well, was worth it. But seeing all the training that he put the spiky Ravenette in as well, and she was able to get in by recommendation, maybe it was worth something if she's able to get into UA, and maybe he can still help her out outside of UA, while he's still in general studies, of course. With Izuku couldn't help but smiling subconsciously without realizing it, thinking about his new friend, or rather, the friend that basically made him no longer alone in the world. As Izuku can still continue thinking, within soon, his mom basically opens the door abruptly from his room, within Izuku saying, "Oh, Mom, what's going on?" With then frantically looking at that of the, plump greenette woman, saying, "Izuku, you have the letter. It's from UA." With then Izuku's eyes widening as getting the letter, with then going into that of the dining room kitchen. Izuku opens up the letter, with then inside of the envelope you see that of a hologram disc. With then soon Izuku activates it, within showing a certain familiar buff blonde-haired pro that everybody in Japan, or rather the world, knows all too familiar. "I am here to give you congratulations on your entrance exam." With then both Izuku and and Inko were completely, utterly shocked and surprised that All Might is on that of the hologram message. Within All Might saying, "Now I know you must be wondering, why have I, All Might, decided to congratulate you specifically on your entrance exam? Well, just a little bit of a heads up, I actually plan on being a teacher here, but that's neither the point. The point is, we've seen and added up your points, and I must say, you've done quite well for yourself, young man. To reach that of 42 villain points, well done. The points alone would actually get you into that of the hero course, mainly in that of class 1B, to be honest. Well done. Well done indeed, young Midoriya." With then hearing that, Izuku can help but smile, with then realizing that if he's going to be in class 1B, he's aware that Momo's most likely going to be in Class 1A, so that means they won't be able to see each other as much. With then soon, Inko couldn't help but scream out saying, "My baby boy, you were able to make it. I'm so happy for you." With then Izuku saying, "Oh, Mom, thanks." With then soon, All Might saying, "However, there was more to the test than you realize." With then, both Greenettes couldn't help but be utterly shocked about what All Might said. With then, Izuku realized, wait, so there really was more to the test than just taking down villains. I knew it, but what could have... You see, throughout the entirety of the test, we monitor and basically keep an eye on all the participants, especially a certain Greenette that was able to save multiple people, and not only that, even save somebody in danger as well. Within showing that of a small video of Ochako going in to meet with that of President Mike about what Izuku did for her, that he saved her, protected her, and that he could have gotten more points if he didn't spend time trying to protect her and save her, as she's willing to offer up her own points that she gained during that of the entrance exam as well, wanting to help him out after all. Within President Mike basically saying, "That's great and all, kiddo, but you don't need to worry about that. Trust me. I think we are already aware on what he's capable of." Within Ochako having that a surprised face as the video stops on that. Within going back to All Might saying, "To be a hero, to be a pro, to save somebody with nothing to gain in the process. That is the true essence of heroics and heroism at its finest. That's why throughout the exam we saw you, Izuku Midoriya, take down that of multiple robots, even that of robots that caused quite a bit of a stir. To each of the judges, we give out that of 10 points, depending on how many rescue points that they've gained throughout the entirety of the exam. And you've gained quite a bit of 10 points from rescue points, saving that of 5 people. However, never in UA history that all of the viewers and judges all 7 of them decided to give you that of 70 hero points, adding that to your 42 villain points, and you get 112 points. Quite a bit. And not only that, and it's even close to even going past my original record when I got into UA in the entrance exam. So I have to say, well done, young man. Well done indeed. With then, Izuku couldn't help but be caught off guard and totally shocked that he got that many points. Hell, if anything, he didn't think that he would get that many points at all. Not only that, he was even close to breaking All Might's record. And that's a feat that nobody has done before. But then, Inko couldn't help but tear up, saying, "Izuku, I'm so proud of you." With then, Izuku, who actually begins to feel the tears basically coming out of his tear ducts as well. Before All Might continues saying, "For that, I wish to welcome you to UA and welcome you to your hero academia, young Izuku Midoriya." With it soon, the hologram closes. Within Izuku, the tears finally began to release. Within Izuku saying, "I did it! I really did it!" With then soon, both Izuku and Inko's cries began to flood the entirety of their apartment, as this is basically a normal occurrence in the Midoriya household. After getting rid of the, surprisingly unnatural flash flood from that of 2 people whose water levels in their bodies shouldn't be that damn high, so Izuku begins to call Momo and tell her the good news about what has happened, that he is going to get into UA. Not only that he's also going to be in Class 1A, most definitely. But then hearing that, Momo couldn't help but be happy for a friend. And not only that, they're going to be in the exact same class this year as well. With then, Momo suggested something to Izuku saying, "You know, since we both made it into UA, why don't we go on have that of a celebration, just the two of us. With then soon Izuku saying, "Wait, seriously? Just the two of us? I thought for sure my mother and father did want to, well, go out with me to dinner, but I didn't want to make it anything too crazy. Personally, if anything, I wanted to wait until you got into UA as well. So that's why, with Momo basically being somewhat timid on the other line of the phone, to the point that her face begins to go pretty red. Not too red, but a slightish pinkish, well, tint on her cheeks. With it, soon, Izuku, not aware of how Momo is feeling right now across the phone, begins to say, "You know, I actually would like that, Momo. Why don't we just go out, just the two of us, to celebrate us getting into UA together? I've already finished up my final exams for that of Aldera after all, so I got nothing. All there is just basically makeup classes for anyone who failed, to be honest, so they can go into high school. And then we had to wait at least that of two months until we can go into UA." With then Sue Momo saying, "So you're okay with it?" Saying, "Of course. What would you like to do?" With then soon Momo couldn't help but be excited, saying, "How about a week from now? You and me go out to dinner before just spending time together like we used to." With, how's that sound? With soon Izuku hearing this saying, I like that. I like that a lot." With then Momo saying, "Okay then, I'll see you on Sunday." With then Izuku saying, "See you on Sunday, Momo." With then both of them hang up. But then soon Izuku's face began getting red, saying, Did I just ask her on a date? Wait, no. It's just two friends spending time together. That's all. Nothing else." With then soon Momo at her in that of her lavish and luxurious room of that of a rich girl, she couldn't help but basically cover her face with that of her, well, her fancy pillow, saying, I just asked Izuku on a date, and I don't even know if he realized that I asked him on a date. Oh boy, what am I gonna do?" With then soon Momo couldn't help but screaming to her pillow. However, as her maids and butlers began to basically go past her room, worried for their young miss, but decided not to do anything, realizing that this is possibly that of a teenage thing after all. After the days go by, Izuku and both Bakugo were called in by their homeroom teacher to the teacher's office to congratulate both of them on making it into UA, with Bakugo having that of an annoyed look on his face, not towards his teachers basically giving him praise or anything like that, but realizing that Izuku was the one who got the highest points in the entrance exam in its entirety, remembering from his letter from All Might that he got second place, not first place, second place. And not only that, he even got the second highest score in the written exam because somebody else basically beat him in that, which once again basically hits his pride all too much. With then soon, as the day goes by, within Izuku Izuku about to leave, Bakugo tries to grab him and throw him behind the school. However, Izuku saw this coming, bringing out one of his anti-quirk weapons, being that of a set of two sides, as the anti-quirk aura begins to erupt around that of the silvery weapons. Within soon, Izuku saying, "You want to try that again, Bakugo? Or do you want to basically settle this like that of reasonable adults?" Within soon, Bakugo saying, "You damn bastard! How did you do it? How the hell did you get the bigger points than me?" Within soon, Izuku saying, "What? You didn't get your entrance? What, you didn't know this through the entrance exam? Did you not know about hero points?" Saying, "Bullshit! Those damn cheating points, they don't damn matter! How many villain points did you get, you damn bastard? You couldn't have beat me! Somebody with your lame-ass quirk could never!" Within soon, Izuku saying, look, if you're just going to rant on me about how you didn't get first place in the entrance exam, then I'm just gonna go. I'm not just gonna basically spend my entire time getting yelled at by you, Katsuki. I have a life outside of you. Saying, don't you dare walk away from me, you worthless nerd! As Izuku continues walking away, within soon, Bakugo couldn't help but feel that of the entire anger and frustration. The fact that somebody like Izuku, who had that of a weak, pathetic, and useless quirk, ended up being strong, popular, people saying that he's able to equal to him, somebody with an amazing and powerful quirk, and with that of flashiness as well, and yet somebody like him that was basically destined for greatness is now behind somebody who was basically nothing but a pebble under his shoe. And now he basically believes that he's better than him. And looking down on him, within soon, Bakugo could help but say, you worthless bastard! As he blasts towards that of Izuku, using his explosions to repel him forward, as he soon raises up his right hand, preparing that of a powerful explosion. However, Izuku, not even bothered by it, switches out of his side and soon switches to that of an anti-quirk katana, before then bringing out two anti-quirk kunai, throws the kunai at Bakugo, which ends up stabbing him into the shoulder blade. Before then soon, as he launches the explosion, Izuku basically sends the explosion downwards, creating that of a small explosion mushroom cloud, which catches everybody off guard. Even a few, low-ranking pros in the area saw this too and were heading to Aldera. As for Izuku, he saw the perfect opportunity to leave and begins to head out. Then, he begins to realize that pros would show up, as he's not trying to become that of get arrested or basically get in trouble before he gets into UA. He makes sure to hide into that of a place that the pros wouldn't find out, and begins to act like that of a bystander. Then, soon, they arrive at Aldera, within hearing that of Bakugo screaming curses in the background. Then, Izuku couldn't help but smile, before then saying, and I used to look up to him? God, how pathetic did I become looking up to somebody like him? Seriously, what a damn child. Then, as Izuku continues walking home, but then thinking to himself, a child. And what does that make me for somebody who used to look up to him? That might make me nothing but a follower of a child. As Izuku looks up, he couldn't help but think, it's time. I realized back at the entrance exam, I was right. I was absolutely 100% right on how society treats being heroes. If they can allow somebody like Katsuki, like Kachan into UA, then what does that say about anyone else? What is the very reason and meaning behind wanting to be a hero after all? Hell, you got Endeavor, who's literally the number 2 pro that a lot of people call basically a self-entitled asshole. He doesn't do much on that of interviews, and he doesn't reassure that of the civilians. He may be able to take down many villains and has solved the most cases all across Japan. But unlike All Might, who reassures people, makes them feel safe and guarded, he doesn't. If anything, he's like an older version of Kachan, but where Endeavor is basically quiet, Kachan is boisterous, but they both are basically the same on how they treat being a pro hero is. And what does that say about any of the other pros? Pros that basically are only in it for fame and money. What about, and then there's Momo. Me and Momo, who want to be heroes to protect others, to save them, and basically want to make the world a better place for those who feel like they have no hope in this world. Where are the pros like us at? As Izuku wonders this, he begins to continue moving forward, realizing if this is how the world sees pro heroes, and this is how pro heroes act, then I think it's about time I change that. It's time for me to actually have a goal besides wanting to save and protect people like All Might. It's time for me to change this hero society as a whole, if I can. With that, Izuku now has that of a determination to move forward. With that, next couple of days or so, Izuku and Momo are now preparing for their little celebration date, after all, I should say. As currently, Izuku is wearing that of a black dress shirt under that of a green vest, which goes well with that of his green dress pants as well, with also wearing his trademark and iconic red boots as well, which Izuku doesn't go anywhere without them. As currently, Izuku is now on the train heading to his destination, where Izuku gets quite a bit of stares from guys that feel that Izuku is looking like that of a fancy pants rich guy, with many of the ladies from that of, well, his age, while some seeming a bit older, and even that of older women too. Even some, well, with their boyfriends as well, couldn't help but still look at Izuku, seeing on how dressed up he is after all. Within seeing that, he's coming up to a stop. As the train soon stops, Izuku leaves and heading to the meeting point restaurant that Momo registered for both of them. Within, Izuku saying, normally, isn't it supposed to be for the guys to make reservations for a restaurant? I feel like I'm basically mooching off of Yaoyorozu for this. I feel like a jerk doing this. With then, soon, Izuku getting out of his musings with somebody calling out to him saying, don't be, I want to do this for you. Or rather, for us. Within, Izuku, noticing the voice coming from that, a familiar spiky-haired ravenette. However, looking at his friend, who for almost the entire year, Izuku couldn't help but blush, as Momo looks basically drop-dead gorgeous, where she wears that of a black dress that goes to her thighs, but shows quite a bit of her legs though, over that of a white blouse that actually shows the sleeves being a bit see-through actually, a black ribbon over her neck, and instead of her hair being in that of the spiky ponytail look as she's known for, currently she let her hair down entirely, which really caught Izuku off guard as well. With then soon, Izuku's one word just came to Izuku without him even realizing that he even said it out loud, saying, "You're a goddess." With then soon, Momo couldn't help but blush, saying, "Well, really?" With then soon, Izuku realized, saying, yes, but I did, you see, with Izuku's entire face going completely and utterly red. Within soon, Momo seeing that, Izuku stuttering, saying, "I'll just take the compliment, Izuku. Come now. We don't want to be late for our reservation after all." Within, grabbing on to Izuku by that of his arm, with both of them linking arms together. Within, Izuku realizing, wow, this is the first time that a girl is actually, this close to me, outside of the girls who basically just made a fan club with me due to me being popular at Aldera. To be honest, this feels a lot more better, as Izuku gives that of a genuine happy smile. As they arrive at the restaurant, which is basically a, 5-star restaurant, given that Momo basically went all out on this one, as the restaurant is quite fancy, as it basically shows that it serves multiple, cultures of food, from not just ranging from that of Japanese, but also from that of Western, Italian, Chinese, and many, many more as well. As their time at the restaurant was quite amazing, with Momo asking Izuku on how the entrance exam went and what they had to, look forward to. Within, Izuku explaining that they literally had to fight against robots and even survive against that of a giant robot that almost the size that almost engulfed the entirety of the city as a whole. since it was bigger than the buildings themselves. With Momo completely, utterly shocked about this, wondering if Izuku was okay, with then Izuku saying that he's okay, that it wasn't really much of a problem. The problem was that he had to save somebody while also defending himself and her from the zero pointer at the exact same time, which he has no regrets doing so. If anything, he would do it again in a heartbeat if it means protecting somebody that needs it. With then, Momo couldn't help but actually smile at that, realizing that Izuku just wanting to save people, even if it means at the cost of himself and at the cost of, well, his own mission. If it means saving somebody, protecting them, keeping them out of danger, he would do it in a heartbeat, proving that he truly does have the heart and mind of a hero. To Momo, she couldn't help but that Izuku was the very reason on why she wants to be better as well. Even though they both have the exact same goal, they don't have the exact same drive, which makes her sad. However, she basically hides it away pretty quickly before even Izuku even noticed. As they began to eat dinner together, it was quite amazing, to be honest, given on how many dishes that the restaurant has. Like, given that it's a 5-star restaurant, it only makes sense. And as for somebody like Izuku, him and his mom can only dream of going to a place like this. But I guess one night alone at a place like this is good enough if it's with somebody that Izuku admires a lot. The same could also be said with Momo as well. As they finally finish up eating, they were both of them were about to head to the train station and call it a night. With then soon Izuku saying, "Say, Momo, I have to ask, what was the chances of us being friends this early on?" With then soon Momo saying, "Why would you say that, Izuku?" Saying, "I'm just saying, I feel way too lucky to meet somebody like you who helped me out so much in my training and improving my quirk and helping me getting into UA. If anything, I'm way too blessed for my own good meeting you." With then Momo begins to show that of a small blush before saying, "I was thinking the exact same thing." With then soon Izuku saying, "What do you mean?" With then Momo begins to explain, with her saying, "I'm the heir to that of the Yaoyorozu conglomerate. Basically a multi-million yen company that's part of almost everything in Japan, and yet I've trained my quirks and I learned everything that I need to know on how to create something that can help me in combat. But you've seen me. I'm not that good at combat. I've never been in a real fight or a real challenge or anything like that until I met you. You helped me improve. You helped me become so much greater and so much more capable than what I was originally being able to do. If I didn't meet you, I would most likely believe that I already had everything all capable of. I would already be this good. I would be great in combat. I would be smart. And I think I would basically be able to handle things all by myself. And yet, when I met you, somebody who basically worked his butt off with no resources, no money, no basically official training or anything like that, you were able to become as good as you are because your determination. And because of that, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we met together. I'm thankful that we became friends and sparring partners in helping us both improve. If anything, you're more than just my friend, Midoriya. You're basically," with then Momo basically wanted to say the person that she admires the most, before just saying, "You're my best friend." With then hearing that, Izuku, on the outside, he couldn't help but be happy, but in the inside, he feels like his entire body just shattered into a million pieces, feeling like he's in the friend zone. Little did Izuku know that Momo feels the exact same way he does, but basically internally screaming at herself for saying best friend instead of somebody that she cares deeply about more than just a friend. But Who could say that may change in the future? Within soon as they arrive at the train station, within seeing which train is coming first, within Momo saying, that'll be my train. I guess I'll be seeing you when we go to UA in the next couple months or so. Within Izuku saying, yeah, see you, Momo. Be safe there. Saying, don't worry. After everything you've taught me, I think I can be able to handle myself from now on. With or without my quirk. After saying that, soon the train appears as the doors open up with a few people leaving the train. Within soon Momo enters before waving, as then she wanted to blow that of a kiss towards Izuku, but she didn't have the courage to, at least not yet. With Izuku waving back, seeing the train doors slide close, and then the train leaving Izuku all alone. Within Izuku, even though feeling like he's now in a friend zone with somebody that he cares deeply about, possibly more than just a friend, he still doesn't feel like it's the end of the world. After all, he's going to be going into UA with somebody that he sees as his best friend after so many years. He may be going to UA the same as Katsuki, but even with being in UA with him, nothing can change his mind. As now, not only that he's excited to go into UA, but now he has a determination and a dream to change Hero Society for the better, no matter what it takes. With this new resolve inside of Izuku, he continues to move forward as his train finally appears, and him heading back home as well, wondering what the future holds for him. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to hear what you guys have to say. And yeah, sorry that this is it's a shipping part, to be honest. Mainly to build the relationship between Izuku and Momo once again. Not only that, I can tell some of you might have been annoyed with the whole, back and forth between the two. Don't worry, this is the only time that shit is actually gonna happen, because even I hate the whole, back and forth bullshit in certain anime and romantic comedies. But of course, I know that's the whole point. It's the chase after all. But this is a shonen series. We don't got time for that. I mean, we do have time for love, but no time to basically go back and forth bullshit. Any rate, so if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, gaming channel, side channel, Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care and be safe. Take it away, Shiro.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell, and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!